Hello class 10th students, greetings of the day. I welcome you to the online classes of Bloomingbird Square School. Today we are going to study the third chapter of civics, which is Prime Minister and Council of Ministers. Prime Minister and Council of Ministers. Now, dear students, we have studied about president and we studied that president is the constitutional head of the country. He is also called the golden zero or nominal head or ceremonial head of the country, right? So when president is ceremonial head, he is nominal head, he is golden zero, he is constitutional head, then who is the person who is real head of the country? So the real head of the country is prime minister. So prime minister is real head of the country. He is also called de facto executive, whereas president is de jure executive. President is called nominal head, he is called constitutional head, he is called golden zero, he is called ceremonial head, right? He, all the decisions in executive are taken, or all the orders in the executive are ordered under the name of president. But president's powers are actually practiced by prime minister. President cannot take decisions without the advice of prime minister. When prime minister will advise president, then president will be bound to take decision. Why? Because we are having a democratic parliamentary form of government. Democratic parliamentary form of government. In this type of government, who is the head of the country? The head of the country is prime minister. Whereas in presidential democracy, presidential in presidential democracy, who is the head of the country? President. And example, USA. But what we are having? We are having parliamentary form of democracy. Parliamentary form of democracy, right? So in this democracy, who is the head of the country? Prime minister, right? Now, who is the prime minister of our country? Shri Narendra Modi ji is prime minister of our country. And who is president? Shri Ramnath Kovind ji is president of our country. Now, this prime minister is actually leader of the nation. Entire country vote in favor of prime minister, right? So now we will study how prime minister is elected, how prime minister is appointed. So prime minister is appointed by president, okay, as article 75 clause A says there, okay, the prime minister shall be appointed by President, and the Council of Ministers shall also be appointed by President after on the advice of Prime Minister. Article 75 Clause A. Article 75 Clause A says that President shall appoint Prime Minister President shall appoint Prime Minister, and after that it also says that a Council of Ministers on advice of President shall appoint Prime Minister and a Council of Ministers on advice of Prime Minister. Once first Prime Minister is appointed by President, once Prime Minister is appointed, then a Council of Ministers is also appointed. Okay, and that council will be appointed on the advice of PM only. Clear? Now it is saying like this: कि President will appoint. So now is it means the president is free to appoint anyone to appoint as a prime minister? No, president is not free to appoint anyone. President is not having arbitrary powers in this. Then how prime minister is appointed? For this, general elections are conducted in India. Lok Sabha elections are conducted. In that election, so many parties, okay, like BJP, Bharatiya Janata Party, Congress, okay, and etc, other parties like SAPA, BS, others you can say, others, SAPA, BSPA, right, or AAP, so many parties are there, okay. So that parties participate in election. Entire country India is divided just for entire country India is divided into small constituencies, okay, small constituencies. Like suppose UP is there, so that UP is also divided into small constituencies, okay, like Sambhal, Moradabad, right. Likewise, in total around 543 seats, on 543 seats election is conducted. Means the entire country is divided into 543 parts, you can say, and from each part one candidate is elected as MP, member of parliament, or Lok Sabha member of Lok Sabha, right. So these member of Lok Sabha make government. How? The party which is able to win maximum seats in entire country, that party will form government, and the leader of that party will be elected as prime minister. So suppose if BJP first, before contesting election, they propose the name of prime ministerial candidate. Suppose they are declaring Narendra Modi's name, whereas Rahul Gandhi, Congress is declaring Rahul Gandhi as prime ministerial candidate, and BJP is declaring Narendra Modi as prime ministerial candidate. So then what will happen? The people of entire country will vote in their support. The people, those who are supporting Narendra Modi, they will vote for BJP. The people, those who are supporting Rahul Gandhi, they will vote for Congress. So like this, in these all constituencies, these are called seats. So suppose if out of 543 seats, if BJP is able to win 343 seats, and rest of seats, 100 seats were won by Congress and 100 seats were won by other parties, okay. So like this, total 543 seats were there. So how many seats will be the 50% of half of 543? It will be 2 twos are 4, 2 sevens are, and 2 twos are 272 seats. 272 seats were required to form the government, to win the election. Here BJP is getting 343 seats. Okay, so it means it is getting majority, or you can say clear majority. Okay, clear majority. So when clear majority is there, then Narendra Modi will be appointed as Prime Minister. According to Article 75, President will appoint Narendra Modi as Prime Minister of country, and then after that Narendra Modi will prepare a list of candidates. Okay, ministers like name Smriti Irani, Ravi Shankar Prasad, Amit Shah. Okay, right. So these people, this list: Amit Shah, Home Minister; Ravi Shankar Prasad, Law Minister. Okay, like this. Rajnath Singh, Defense Minister. Huh? So this list will be prepared, and he will ask President to appoint these people as the ministers in his Council of Ministers. Then that Council of Ministers will be appointed. So this is how the Prime Minister is appointed when a party gets clear majority. But in case when a party is not getting clear majorities, that is type 2. This was type 1, now type 2. Suppose 272 seats were required, but here BJP was getting 150, Congress was also getting 150, right? 300. Now, how many seats are remaining? 200, and 43 seats are remaining, right? And other parties, they were getting 243. In this, we can say Samajwadi Party was getting 100 seats, Akhilesh. BSP was getting Mayawati 100 seat. So 300, 500, now 43 seats. Okay, and other parties were getting 43 seats. Now, how many seats are required? 50% plus 1 seat is required. So, if a party or a group of party or a coalition which is having total seats more than 270 or 270, okay, that will form the government. Okay, 272 seats are required. When we will double it, how many seats we will get? When we will multiply by 2, 4, 544. So it will be 1 seat more, right? So 272 seats are required. So in that case, what will happen? In that case, nobody is getting clear majority. Now what happened? Now this Rahul Gandhi joined Samajwadi Party. Okay, and how many seats it became now? 250, right? Now 22 more seats are required. Then they join BSP also, right? So the coalition or the group of Congress, SP and BSP, it will called coalition. This coalition, they will declare their prime ministerial candidate. Okay, suppose they are saying that Rahul Gandhi will be the PM, right? That coalition. Now what will happen? Now its name will be proposed to whom? President. And president will appoint using Article 75A Rahul Gandhi as Prime Minister of our country. Okay, so now the Prime Minister is getting elected from a coalition. In this, the duty of President is there to check whether this group is having this support of these parties or not. A coalition group which is which is claiming to have majority in parliament. Okay, so that claim will be checked by president whether they are having or not. Floor test will be done. Okay, and that after that they will be Rahul Gandhi will be appointed as PM. Now Rahul Gandhi will give a list, right? He will prepare a list, and that list will be given to president, and president will appoint those people as the minister in his council. So this is the second way, right, in which prime minister is appointed. Now, suppose if one prime minister, suppose BJP, any prime minister, okay, one prime minister was there, and one party was there, and that this is the third case. Clear? In that party, A was the prime minister. Then all of a sudden, due to heart attack or anything, okay, he died. Accidental death took place. Accidental death took place. Okay. Now, after that, what will happen when PM dies? Now, if the party is not able in a condition to appoint new prime minister or to finalize or decide the name of new prime minister, then it will be the duty of president to appoint any person from that particular party as prime minister. Okay, but he should be the member of parliament. So generally, conventionally, the eldest MP of that party, or eldest member, or senior most member, you can say, senior most member, senior most as well as prominent, you can say, prominent member of that party, okay, prominent MP of that party is appointed as PM, right, for the time being. And after that, the party will decide the name of new prime minister, okay, and that prime minister will be appointed as the new prime minister. He will be called the temporary or prime minister. Okay, so this is how prime minister is appointed. Now, let me check whether video is going good or not. Okay, so now the next thing is Council of Minister. Council of Minister, already I have told you how Council of Minister will be elected. Council of Minister. So this Council of Minister comprises three types of members. How Council of Minister is appointed, I have already told you. Okay. Now there are three types of members in Council of Minister. One first category member is cabinet ministers. Cabinet ministers. This is the first category. Second category is Minister of State. Third category is Deputy Minister. In our constitution, there was no such word that there will be a cabinet, okay, only Council of Minister was there. Okay, but later on these were included. Now we are having three categories of ministers. First is cabinet minister, second is minister of state, and third is deputy minister. These are the first quality, you can say, or first category minister. In order of preference, they stand first, right? This is a small group, okay, of cabinet. In this, the major portfolios like defense, like home ministry, like finance ministers, okay, these types of ministries are there, and the ministers have independent charge. Which charge? Independent charge. And moreover, they participate in the meeting of cabinet, in meetings, cabinet meetings, okay. They participate in cabinet meeting. Means without them, prime minister cannot take any decision, okay. Prime minister is there. This prime minister is having other ministers which are called cabinet ministers, and with the help of these cabinet ministers, he take decisions and make policies. Okay, take decisions and make policies. This is called cabinet meeting. Okay, so that in that meeting, these cabinet ministers are always invited. Okay, they participate in that. Whereas minister of state, they may or may not have independent charge of the ministry. Indep- Independent charge of ministry. Okay, they may be invited. Usually they do not participate in cabinet meeting, but they can participate when invited by PM. When invited, when prime minister invite them to participate, they will participate, otherwise they will not participate in the cabinet meeting. Then deputy ministers, they are the assistant ministers, assistant ministers of cabinet ministers. They are assistant ministers, they assist cabinet minister, sometimes minister of state also. Clear? Like suppose if there is a home ministry or defense ministry is there, so for defense or for home, for finance, there may be deputy minister also, okay, who will help these ministers. Like home minister Amit Shah is there. Okay, so there may be a deputy minister to assist Amit Shah, right? So these are deputy ministers, they do not participate in cabinet meeting, do not participate in cabinet meeting. In cabinet meetings. Clear? So these three types of ministers are there. Now the cabinet is usually the ministries, or this cabinet holds some very important portfolios like defense, home minister, finance minister, railway. Okay, so these ministers, right, are chosen by prime minister. The colleague, his colleagues, those who are, you can say, whom the prime minister may like to appoint. Okay, or the senior leaders of the party. Okay, the senior MPs of the party, right? All the important and prominent or significant people are, you can say, not all means in cabinet, only the significant, important, and the elder ministers, or elder members of the party are elected as ministers here. Clear? Cabinet ministers are usually the senior most, prominent, and most trustworthy members of the party. Most trustworthy members, senior as well as prominent members of the party, are elected as or are appointed as cabinet ministers. Prime Minister advised, suggests their names to President to appoint them as cabinet ministers. These cabinet ministers are actually the real executive who makes policies, right, and are responsible for the execution of policies along with these other types of ministers. And they are the topmost types of ministers, you can say. Clear? So in order of seniority, you can say there will be prime minister and one council of minister will be there to advise and assist prime minister. In that council of ministers, there will be three types of